Ladies, I hate to be the bearer of uncomfortable truths, but if you've ever walked into a room and thought, something smells a little off, and then you look around and no one else is there, well, darling, it might be time for a little honest chat. Now, don't go turning red just yet. You're not dirty. You're not lazy. You're just like the rest of us, living, aging, and maybe missing a few forgotten spots along the way. Doctors, yes, actual doctors, are finally speaking out about what they call old person smell. And surprise, it has nothing to do with how often you shower or how much perfume you spritz. Today, I'm revealing 6 hidden places on your body and in your home that are quietly sabotaging your fresh, fabulous self. And number 6? Phew, I almost fell off my recliner when I learned the truth. So, before we get into the juicy details, do me a quick favor. Click that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this with a girlfriend who might need a gentle nudge. We all know one, because aging is a gift. But smelling like mothballs? That's optional. Let's get into it, shall we? 1. Behind the ears and neck folds. Ladies, let me tell you a story. One Sunday morning, after church, my 9-year-old granddaughter leaned in to give me a big hug. Sweet girl. But right as she pulled back, she wrinkled her little nose. Not rude, just honest. I asked, "What's wrong, darling?" And she said, with that brutal childhood honesty, "Grandma, your neck smells kind of funny." Well, I nearly dropped my purse. I ran straight to the mirror. My makeup? Flawless. My blouse? Crisp. But behind my ears and the nape of my neck? Sticky. I hadn't even noticed. So, like any curious grandma with a smartphone, I Googled it. And guess what? There's real science behind this. As we age, our skin produces a fatty acid called tunaninol. It loves to cling to oily, sweaty spots. And the area behind our ears? A gold mine for sebaceous glands. Now think about it. We wash our faces, maybe dab a little toner. But when was the last time you scrubbed behind your ears? I'm not talking a quick rinse. I mean a proper, gentle scrub with warm water and soap. And the back of the neck? Especially if you wear scarves, shawls, or have longer hair. That area traps heat and moisture like a sauna. Here's my trick. I leave a little sticky note on my mirror that says, "Don't forget the back," since I started giving that area a little TLC. Guess what? No more wrinkled noses. Only hugs. Stay tuned, because part 2, let's just say, it involves gravity, girl talk, and a trick I learned from my ballroom dancing days. 2. Under the breasts. Alright ladies, it's time for some real talk. No shame, just sisterhood. You know how we used to joke? They used to sit high and proud. Now they play peekaboo with the waistband? Well, gravity came, saw, and conquered. And in its wake, it left us with a new problem. Sweaty, musty underboobs. Yep, I said it. Underboob odor is real, and way more common than we admit. See, as the girls head south, they create a warm, dark little cave of skin-on-skin contact. Add a bra, a sweater, a hot flash, and boom, you've got yourself a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. And where there's bacteria, you know what follows? That sour, stubborn smell that no perfume can hide. Doctors call it intertrigo when skin folds rub and create friction, moisture, and eventually odor or even rash. And no, this isn't just for the busta girls. Even the most petite ladies can deal with this, especially on humid days. So what do? Glad you asked. In the shower, I lift the ladies gently, wash underneath with a soft cloth and mild, fragrance-free soap. After drying, and I mean really drying, I pat the area with a little cornstarch or natural powder. Hot summer day? I'll even tuck a folded tissue or a cotton pad underneath. Old trick from my ballroom dancing days. Keeps you fresh all the way through the cha-cha. And let me tell you, I've shared this with girlfriends who said, "I thought it was just me." No, honey, it's not just you. But the trick is staying ahead of it. Because nothing ages us faster than a sour smell under a silk blouse. Trust me. Take care of the girls and they'll take care of you. Now get ready, in part 3 we're going down to your shoes. And I promise, it'll knock your socks off. Literally. 3. Inside your shoes. Let's play a little game. When was the last time you stuck your nose in your own shoe? Go ahead, I'll wait. Unless you're in public. In that case, maybe wait till you're home. Now, most of us have that favorite pair of walking shoes, slip-ons, or those trusty flats we slide into every day. And sure, we clean the outside, give 'em a wipe, a shine, maybe even a polish if we're feeling fancy. But the inside, oh honey, that's a forgotten land. Let me tell you what I learned after my podiatrist nearly fainted from my orthopedic Mary Janes. He said, "These aren't shoes anymore. They're petri dishes." I was horrified, but also kinda impressed. That's biology, baby. You see, each foot has about 250,000 sweat glands. That's a whole lot of moisture. And over time, all that sweat seeps into the insole, mixes with dead skin cells, and just sits there. Next thing you know, you're wondering why the dog keeps sniffing your feet. And you don't even own a dog. Here's what I do now. Every night, I sprinkle baking soda inside each shoe. Let it sit overnight, then shake it out in the morning. Works like magic. Once a week, I wash or soak the insoles in warm soapy water. Yes, most of them come out, and I rotate shoes daily, giving each pair time to breathe like fine wine. Bonus tip: pop them in a sunny spot once in a while. Sunlight helps kill bacteria and freshens them right up. And if you're rocking leather shoes, activated charcoal inserts are your best friend. Because trust me, nothing ruins a trip to the grocery store like bending over for a can of beans and releasing a mystery funk from your feet. Keep your shoes fresh, and your confidence even fresher. Coming up in part 4, we're heading straight to your favorite recliner. And let me tell you, it's holding secrets you don't want to know yet. For your upholstered chairs and recliners. Picture this. It's the end of the day. You've got your favorite cozy blanket, your cup of chamomile tea, the TV's playing your favorite show, and you're all snuggled up in your recliner. Pure bliss, right? But what if I told you that comfy throne might be harboring more than just happy memories? Now don't panic. I'm not saying your recliner is haunted, but let's just say it's holding on to a little more of you than you might like. Over time, all the natural oils, sweat, skin flakes, even stray hairs soak right into that soft fabric. And if you nap there often, like I do after a big lunch, that cozy chair becomes a 5-star spa for smells. Here's something wild I read. The average recliner cushion can contain more skin particles than your mattress. Let that sink in, and then vacuum it up. Now, I know what you're thinking, but my house smells fine. Sure, to you. But our noses adjust to familiar smells. A visiting friend or grandchild might get a whiff of something you've gone nose blind to. So what can you do? Here's my weekly ritual. Sprinkle baking soda over the seat and backrest. Let it sit for an hour, then vacuum it up. Soap once a week. Gently wipe down the armrests with a damp cloth and a drop of mild soap. Sponge twice a year. I rent a steam cleaner or hire a pro to deep clean. Trust me, it's worth every penny. Cherry blossom and my secret weapon? I tuck a little sachet of lavender and cedar into the cushion crevice. Just enough to whisper fresh, not scream grandma's attic. Your recliner should smell as inviting as it feels. Because let's be honest, if your chair smells like last Tuesday's nap, you might just be wearing that nap with you. Coming up next, we're cracking open the closet. And what we find in there. Phew. Grab a fan. 5. Your closet, the fabric retirement home. Alright, deep breath, because we're about to open a door most of us avoid. The closet. Now, I love my closet. It's where fashion dreams go to nap. But let's be honest, it's also where clothes go in and never come out. I call mine the fabric retirement home. You know the drill. A nice blouse from 2010, a jacket you might wear again, and that pair of pants you swear you'll fit into next spring. Sound familiar? But here's the catch. Even freshly laundered clothes can start to smell musty just by sitting in there too long. Why? Closets are dark, closed-off spaces. They don't breathe. And if you live somewhere humid, oh honey, it's like a sauna for your sweaters. Moisture sneaks in, dust builds up, and those fabrics? They soak it all up like a sponge. Then, the moment you put on that clean blouse, you're walking around with the smell of 2009. And we don't want that, do we? So here's what I do, and I promise it makes a difference. Cyclone every few days, open your closet doors wide. Let it breathe. Salt, add moisture absorbers like charcoal pouches or damp rid. I keep one in every corner. Broom once a month. Vacuum the floor and wipe down the shelves. You'll be shocked how much dust and lint hides in there. Dress and be ruthless. If you haven't worn it in 5 years and it smells like the past, it's time to let it go. Your clothes should smell like you, not like old paper and mothballs. My rule is simple. If it smells old, it'll make me smell old. So freshen up that fabric, give your wardrobe room to breathe, and remember, your closet should be a sanctuary, not a time capsule. Up next, oh, we're going down to the feet, and trust me, you don't want to skip this part. 6. Between the toes, the forgotten frontier. Now, darling, let's take this all the way down to the feet. We've been told since childhood, wash your feet, but no one ever said, don't forget to get between your toes. And even fewer said, hey, make sure you dry them too. But let me tell you, once you hit a certain age, this becomes crucial. Why? Because as we age, our skin gets thinner and our circulation slows down. That means we're more prone to fungal infections, especially between those little piggies. And I hate to say it, but when something funky is going on between your toes, you'll smell it before you see it. I had a dear friend, let's call her Doris. For weeks, she thought her living room smelled like old cheese. She blamed the carpet. She blamed the dog. She even gave her poor husband the side eye. Turns out, the culprit was hiding between her 4th and 5th toe. Yep, a little dampness, a little bacteria, and boom, foot funk. So what's the solution? Herb every shower. I gently wash between each toe using a soft cloth and mild soap. Wind face, then I sit down and dry them one by one with a clean towel. Yes, sit down. Sheaf of rice on humid days. I sprinkle a little foot powder or dab a touch of tea tree oil. It smells divine and keeps the bugs away. Socks, and I only wear breathable socks. No nylon traps. Please, running shoe, never put on shoes without freshening up first. Because listen, you could be clean from head to ankle, but if the spaces between your toes are neglected, they'll betray you. That odor sneaks into your shoes, your sheets, your whole house. And no one wants to be remembered as the nice lady with the cheese feet. Right? So let's love on our feet. They've carried us through life. Let's reward them with soap, powder, and a little toe TLC. And now, it's time for the grand finale. Let's wrap this up with a message straight from the heart. Sparkling heart. Closing, a fresh ending for a fresh you. So there you have it, my dear. 6 little spots that hold big power, to either age us with grace or sneak up on us with a not-so-lovely scent. But now, you're not just older. You're wiser. And let me tell you, wisdom smells amazing. Remember, getting older is a privilege. But smelling older? That's optional. With just a few mindful habits, a little soap here, a little powder there, we can keep that musty reputation far, far away. And walk into every room with confidence, class, and maybe a whiff of lavender. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share it with your girlfriends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more real talk, helpful tips, and good laughs coming your way. And now it's your turn. Comment below. I'm too classy to be musty. Because you are. We are. And we're aging like fine wine, not forgotten cheese. Stay radiant, stay fresh, and above all, stay you. Sparkling heart.